What's up, guys? Hope you are doing fine. And for your daily motorcycle hype, welcome to Slice Bikes. So, today I'm here with a very special video, and I'm at a lake which is somewhere hidden away in the outskirts of Hyderabad. And it's a really beautiful sunset time at about 5:32. So, just shoot a video of this. It's an awesome sunset, man. Beautiful. And we have a beautiful highway road to start off, to kick off this new series, which I am gonna shoot in an episode style. And this is episode 1 of my experiences with my motorcycles. So, right here, I have the beautiful RS457, which is my bike, my fun bike, not my daily rider, but when I have to show up to a friend's party or go on a Sunday ride to compete with a few bigger bikes. This is my chosen motorcycle. Along with this, I have my CB300F, but I wanted to kick off this episode style series, episode 1 that is, with the Aprilia RS457. And I've been enjoying the bike. It's been almost 2000 kilometers with the bike. Let's get the reading. Just clocked 2004 kilometers. And on this beautiful day, I would like to kick off episode 1 of my experiences with my bikes. So let's get both the cameras running and get on the bike. We have a fisherman here. He's probably fishing at the lake. So yeah, I've ridden this far to kick off the series, and here I am starting off episode 1 with the Aprilia RS457. So let's talk about how I got to know about the motorcycle. So this is not my first bike, actually. It is my second bike, and the story about how I got to know about the bike and how I purchased my bike is very close to me, because my first bike was the CB300F from Honda, and I bought that bike in kind of a hurry, wanting a bike, and I wanted something like in the 300cc category. So I was searching for a fade motorcycle, actually. A fade bike was my first preference, but surprisingly, you all must be surprised that I took a 300F. So yeah, I actually wanted a fade bike, so I was mostly looking at the Suzuki Gixxer SF. That was my first choice of bikes, the Suzuki Gixxer SF 250 and 150. I like both of them. So yeah, I started researching, and the motorcycles that were available during that time was the Karizma XMR, Suzuki Gixxer SF series, the R15, and of course the KTM RC series. So I called up the Suzuki dealership, and they're drying paddy over here to get the rice. So yeah, I rung up the Suzuki dealership and started asking about the Gixxer SF250 and the 150. And I was working at that time, and one of the dealership guys got me the vehicle to my office to test ride it. It was the Gixxer 150, because I wanted to test how the 150 was. I actually enjoyed the bike. It felt really good. It felt really stable. It had a good punch in the engine. Everything was nice. Then I told my dad, like, I wanted to purchase this bike. So he was like, why don't you check out other bikes? Then I went on and checked out the Suzuki Gixxer SF250, and that bike was killer, man. I really loved that bike. And the showroom was somewhere in the middle of Hyderabad. It was at RP Road, yeah, to be precise. It was at RP Road, and right opposite they had the Honda Big Wing showroom. So I was curious because that was the first time I was looking at a Big Wing outlet. So the Suzuki outlet was always there. I mean, it was there from years. I think 10-15 years the Suzuki outlet existed. But the Honda outlet was brand new. I had never seen the Honda Big Wing outlet. So I went in and I checked out all the bikes. There was a 300R, the HNES, the 350 RS, and the 300F. I was somehow familiar with the 300R because it's been there, and the 350 series because that's also been there. But the 300F was just launched in 2022, and at that point of time when I was looking at bikes, no one was buying the 300F. The other models were fairly running well. The sales was good. Right now I think 300F has picked up in sales, but at that point of time the sales was very, very bad, man. So I test rode the 300F and it had a lot of punch in the low end, dude. And it felt quite boring when you rev the bike, but in the low end, it just zooms off and it gets flat afterwards. But I went back and I asked him, the performance is this. Then I thought he would charge a bomb like the 300R, how it costs. It punches about 3 lakhs, I guess. I thought it would cost somewhere about 2.5 to 2.7, which was also the price of the SF. And SF, of course, I was getting the Fed 250cc version for at around 2.5 lakhs at that time. And I went and asked this guy, like, what's the price of this? He said it is 3.6, but right now there's a 64,000 price cut. So you're getting the bike for 2 lakhs, the normal variant. And the deluxe variant was about 2.1 lakhs, yeah, 2.1 lakh. And then I was like, okay, 2 lakhs seems to be good, you're saving up that 50,000, you're getting a 300cc engine and almost the same power specs, lot more torque. I think there's 26 Nms of torque in the 300F. So I was like, yeah, it's a good buy, but I still felt like I was still leaning towards the SF250. So then what happened, I started getting calls from the dealership, from the Honda Big Wing dealership, like, take the bike, we'll cut 2,000, we'll cut 3. And I was like, no man, give it for me in 1.9 and I'll take the bike. So I took the CB300F and I enjoyed it for the next year. But that crave for still having a Fade motorcycle in my garage was very strong in me, and I was still craving for a Fade motorcycle. And 6 months down the line, I think around 2023 September, the leaks for the RS457 started, and that made me so curious about this bike. I fell in love with the RS457 first picture itself. It was not very different from this, and I was in the market for a bigger bike, a twin cylinder bike, which was Fed. So I was looking at the Ninja 300, the RC 390, the Ninja 400, and there was speculation of the R3 also relaunching, and I was really expecting the R3 to be priced much cheaper. But right now the RC is priced at 4.7 ex showroom, which is a big amount of money for a 300cc twin cylinder. So this one also, there were speculations of this bike dropping too, and they said it's going to be made in India. So I was kind of happy because make in India, there will not be any export charges, and I'll be getting the bike for comparatively lesser. And I was following through each and every leak from every auto journal, from every moto vlogger, from every social media auto journalist, everything. I was onto the RS457 for a long time, and was really keen on seeing what this bike packs and what it has. So I was following it, and it launched sometime this year, I think in April of 2024, this bike launched with a spectacular pricing of 4,10,000 ex-showroom, and that price really blew my mind, man. 4,10,000 ex-showroom is so much better. You're getting loaded with electronics. It has traction control, 3 stages of traction control. It has 3 modes, that is sports mode, eco mode and rain mode, and power packed with electronics, switchable ABS and all that stuff. Also, you're getting a 457 270 degree crankshaft engine, twin cylinder, which is amazing, dude. Amazing spec for a middleweight motorcycle. And the sound of this bike is so amazing. It just sounds like a cross plane, smaller cross plane, 1 or 2 cylinders missing. I am in love with the bike. I just love the way the bike rides, the way the bike sounds, and I immediately fell in love when it released, and I was keen on buying it this year. I really wanted it this year, but I wanted to wait, for a few batches and then buy the 10th batch or something like that. So I waited it out. I tried sorting out the money for it. Financially, I tried to get to a point where I could afford and maintain the bike. And then in September of 2024, I finally reached the stage where I was financially able to buy the motorcycle, and I just went to the showroom, and I asked the dealership a few questions about how to book the bike. So the booking was completely online. I went with a friend of mine. Then I booked the bike, and within 2 days there was a delivery because there was not much demand in Hyderabad, and I was the 101st buyer in Hyderabad to purchase the Aprilia RS 457. Before me there were just 100 buyers, and I was the 101st buyer. So 2 days after I booked the bike online, I paid the money, and I just went to the showroom. They did the delivery rituals, whatever they have to do, like taking off the cover from the bike and giving me the accessories and stuff. Rode it out, and rest is history, man. Never looked back. Never really had a craving for another motorcycle that much. So yeah, there are a few tempting motorcycles that have been out, like the Enduro is going to release, and I am a really huge fan of off-road bikes, but the craving to buy those bikes is not as much now because I'm completely satisfied with my purchase. Aprilia punches way above its class. I mean, the performance is outright spectacular. I've been hitting corners as I've been coming here, and the stability on the bike is amazing. And out of everything, the thing that actually pulled me towards the Aprilia RS 457 is the way it looks, especially in this color, man. This color was amazing. I was kind of stuck between the white and the racing stripes, which is this. But in real life, if you see the racing stripes versus the white, racing stripes just kills it in every angle, dude. I mean, the paneling, the way the stickers are paneled, everything is amazing. And I love the Aprilia branding in the air inlets under the headlights. That's what takes the show. And I can easily say that it's one of the best looking bikes under the 600cc category. Above 600, obviously you have the 660. That looks the sexiest in the 600cc category according to me. And yeah guys, the RS 457 never ever failed to impress me. Every time I take it out, I just come back happy. I know that the day with the RS 457 is gonna be a happy day because at least I'm getting to enjoy the bike. So that's one thing about the RS 457, man. It just puts a smile on your face every time you take it. exhilarating experience. I have no words for the way this bike performs. So yeah, since I bought the RS457, it's been 2 months and I've been completely enjoying myself. Whatever problem comes in my life, I just take out the RS457 and I know I'm gonna have a better day if I take a good ride on it. So always wanted a fate bike, always was a sports bike fan. My first bike is also a good bike. I'm gonna make a dedicated video about that too, about the CB300F and my experiences with the CB300F. But my favorite bike is always gonna be the RS457 for a very long time to come. And yeah guys, stay tuned for my other video which is episode 2, which is gonna be about my experiences with the CB300F. So a small introduction about my CB300F will be the main topic of my episode 2. So until then, hope you enjoyed this video. We will meet in the next video. Until then, take care guys and ride safe, stay protected, always wear your helmet guys.